In this video, we're going to take a look at Virtuoso QA's loops capability. So I've got a series of steps here to delete a contact from the table, and I want to run that twice. So instead of writing the test steps twice, I can now add a loop, and in this case, I could loop those steps twice. So run them 2 times. To add loops, I click the 3 dots at the checkpoint level and add a loop, where I could either add a fixed number of loops, so let's say run these steps 5 times, or I could do this based on a condition, so I'll only loop if a condition is met. For example, in this test, I'm setting as for how many contacts I want there to be in a table. If it's less than that, then I will loop to add more contacts, where in this case, my steps, I'm going to run them multiple times to add contacts. So in this case, we're going to see when we run this test, we're going to go down and we're going to run those test steps to be able to delete the first contact in the table. So what it will do, you see, we've got 2 tabs here. So it's going to run through the first iteration and run those test steps. Then we can switch across to the next tab and we can see those steps running again. And this is the same when the test executes. You'll capture each iteration as separate test results. Then when it comes to the loop with conditions, you can see that I'm storing the number of contacts into a variable. So rows are 540. Then I'm trimming that off to only return me the 540. Because now the loop iteration has a condition to say, run these steps twice if there are greater than 520 contacts, it's going to run through and it's going to run those test steps 2 more times because that condition was met. And again, what we're going to see, we've got those tabs and we can see the steps running. And again, each of those iterations will be recorded in the execution results. So now let's take a look at the test execution. And we can see that when we run the test, we can go into the test results. And again, what we're going to see are all of our natural language readable test steps, but now it will include those tabs for each of the iterations, and we'll capture the screenshots, test results, and all the details for each of the iterations that we ran through, whether that's for the fixed loops or whether that's for the conditional loops. We get all of the test details, and it means that we can not have to write multiple test steps or write those sequences multiple times. We can have the loops and make our testing efficient.